Lila is cuddly, laid back, and smart. Hope is all you can hope for, happy, playful, and clean. Moto is tough, talkative, and affectionate. Plus 2 cats who have been at the APL the longest, and why. Getting dogs out of the kennels, if only a little while, is good for them and you. And, of course, Dog Alley. It's Pick Your Next Pet at the ACAPL.
Hello. You can't see out there, you're too short.
Isn't it nice that she combines turning around to see you with chasing her tail? Something that everybody should learn is always take time to chase your tail.
Hey, do this? Is it one? Crazy girl! What are you doing? Come here for snuggles. So this little girl, Leela, is about 10 years old, according to her previous owner. She doesn't act like it, but she certainly doesn't act like a puppy or anything. She is a big old sweetie pie. I think she will be a lap dog once she really warms up to people. She tries to climb in my lap, you see already. Yes. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. So she is just a very, very sweet girl. She did come in with another dog. His name is Gunner. He's also available for adoption right now. So if someone was interested, you could take the 2 of them together. Gunner is only a little bit younger than her. We were told that she's actually his mother. But yeah, they get along great together. They're not super rowdy, so they'd be a good pairing of dogs if, like, you want to take in a couple dogs, but you don't want, the messes in the house and all the craziness that come with young dogs. They would be a great pair together. Very smart. They already know, like, the sit command. They look cute in pictures. Very food motivated. Hi. Yes. But neither of them really care for other dogs. So they like each other because they're related and they lived together for a long time, but they're not really fans of other dogs. They'd rather mind their own business than, like, bark and play with other dogs. So just one thing to keep in mind. She does have kind of like a dry, rough patch right there on her butt. It's likely due to having fleas at one point in her life that turned into kind of like an allergy-sensitive skin spot. But she has since been treated. We didn't really even see fleas on her when she got here, but we treated her anyways. And I just gave her a bath yesterday. The vet did say that she could benefit from a couple exfoliating baths every week. So I gave her one yesterday, and she was really good for it. She didn't love it, but she also didn't fight me too much. I was able to scrub her up really good, get a lot of that dandruff off, stuff like that. Both of them, both her and Gunner, do walk well on a leash. They don't pull too hard. So again, I know there's a perfect family out there that might even take both of them, but definitely, if not, there's got to be good homes out there for them because they're just good dogs. She is super housebroken. She will not go to the bathroom in her kennel at all. So I fully believe that she could be left alone in her home. Like, if you go to work for 8 hours, I think she could totally just stay at home the whole day and not have any accidents. And big old sweetie pie just needs a new loving home. I think that the previous owner, it was one of those, like, they were moving or something came up and it just wasn't working out anymore. So we took them in because they're good doggies. Then she is getting fixed tomorrow. Her and her brother are getting fixed tomorrow on Saturday, April 1st. And that's not an April Fool's joke. She's really going to be fixed.
I was going to ask you that.
So they'll be 100% ready to go after that. And I'm very excited for them.
Let's look out that window. Give her a foothold.
That's my braid.
Was she combing your hair? Whoa!
She got her nail stuck in my the ponytail of my braid. Yeah.
That happens to me all the time.
Broken. Oh, that one. Diamond had that. And definitely broken. Hi. Get it. Get it. Hi. Hello. Hi. Come here. Hi.
So you should imagine this is Hope. Before
Yeah.
you get too far into this.
Okay. Okay. So this is little Miss Hope. She is only 5 months old. So as you can see, she has lots of puppy energy. Lots of puppy energy. And she has no manners and knows no boundaries. She just wants love and wants to be all up in your face. And we don't like that. But that's okay, because she just needs to learn. What's this? Sorry, that was me. That was me. Oh yeah? Take out what you want. Take out what you want. So yeah, we don't really know much about her. She is a stray. So whoever lost her, your loss, because she's a big old sweetie pie. I don't think she's gonna be a very big dog. So the vet did age her at 5 months old. So she'll be a nice medium size. And she's rude. And she's a little bit rude. But she's really clean in her kennel, so I think that potty training will be a piece of cake. I think it'll happen really quickly, huh? I think she'll be a nice little smarty pants. I think she's gonna be a really athletic dog. So if you're an active family that wants to bring your dog places, she's gonna be a good option for you. Yeah. And the nice thing is she was already fixed when she got here. So all we had to do was run her to get her rabies shot yesterday. And now she's 100% ready, available for adoption. Good old puppy. We get tons of puppy apps all the time. Here's one for you guys, for you people that are always asking about puppies.
And it's got a chip in there?
She's already, well, I think we would need to do that before she went
Okay,
home.
so she doesn't, they got her neuter, but
Yeah,
they didn't get it.
right, and that's what's really weird is most of the time when people get a fix, they get a, little chip with her too, but not this time, so, no one ever came for her. I don't want kissed on the lips. That's gross.
Okay, I'll settle down then.
So yeah, she's just, super fun, super playful. She seems very interested in other dogs. So if you have a little bit of a pack already, she could fit right in, I bet, and learn from them. That would be great. But yeah.
Probably okay with kitties too at that age.
Yeah, but getting puppies is usually a good way to help her get used to other animals, maybe even farm animals if that's what you got,
Like a horse?
I don't want that. You want to be friends with a horsey? I know, I got a crunchy treat, huh? I just think she's going to be a really good size dog, like not too big for people, so.
But not one of those shaky little dogs.
Right, just a nice average medium size. I think she's got cute coloring, a little white tip tail.
She's got a little white on her nose too, doesn't she?
Yeah. People are going to think she's an old lady. No, she's not. She's just a baby. Oh, who's out there? Get it. Get it. Oh, wow. It's itchy. She don't like the collar. Too bad. You gotta wear one. Too bad. Come on. Again.
It feels like a tie around your neck. Those aren't the most comfortable thing in the world.
I've never worn one, so I wouldn't know.
You've never worn a tie?
I've never worn a tie.
I'll bring one in next time you'll wear it on the show.
What's that? You curious little girl, huh? No, not the face. That's gross. That's gross. Ew. No. No. What's this? Bigger ball.
It's always time to itch.
Hate that collar. Hate the collar, huh? What's that? What is that?
Whoa.
Alright. What? What are you doing? So this is one of our big boys. We called him Moto Moto. If you know what movie that's from, leave it in the comments. We got a kick out of it. He's very, very handsome. We loved him right away. One of our big-headed boys, you know. Came in as a stray, same situation as usual, no information about him, no clue what's going on, posted a picture of him. Actually, I remember him. He was found, he had a harness and leash on and everything, so I thought, oh, maybe someone had him out on a walk and he got loose, or even if it was in their yard, like he busted out, something like that. But no one called for him, no one came for him. He's been a pretty good boy for us. His worst trait right now is that he rips up all the blankies and all the toys that you put in his kennel. But I think that's only
Boredom?
complete boredom, right? Because when we have him like in here hanging out or up front hanging out, like you can see right now, he's playing with a toy, but he's not really ripping it up until if we like were to completely ignore him, he would start. So I really think once he's in a home, as long as he has plenty of options of toys to play with, he's not going to be nearly as destructive, but it will be a behavior you'll want to watch for. Overall, very good boy. He is loud. He will tell you what he wants when he wants it. He'll bark right at you, but then otherwise he's pretty quiet. Like he chills out in his kennel, just hangs out. But when he's hungry or needs to go potty, he's barking at me to tell me. You can see he definitely likes physical attention. He likes to be close and get cuddles. So if you're cool with him taking up half your bed, you know, he's a good match for you. So he does play pretty rough. So for that, we recommend older kids in the home, maybe like at least school age and up, maybe even like 10 and up. But he tires out really quickly. So I still think he would be okay for lower energy people and families.
Sometimes dogs want smaller, I mean, I don't know, but sometimes dogs sense smaller kids and know
to be gentle.
To,
Yeah. And that could be him. We just don't know yet because he hasn't been with us long enough or met any young kids yet. But overall, I love him. I love a good big gray boy, and I like that he's cuddly. He likes to be close to people that he trusts and likes. He's very playful, loves his toys. He does like to play tug. Yeah, and as far as other animals, everything's a maybe with him. Other dogs, he will bark at them, but he doesn't seem like he's being mean. So maybe other like calm dogs, I don't think he'd want to be like super roughed house, jumped on, stuff like that. But I think he'd be okay with other laid back, maybe senior dogs, stuff like that. So it's all a maybe. So if you're interested and you have other big gray babies in the home, just give us a call and we can schedule to let them meet and we'll see how it goes. As of right now, we're just not sure. What? Want to show him what tricks you know? I like that he just carries his toy around. That's so sweet. So, when dogs carry their toys around like that, it's typically what's called a displacement behavior. So he's feeling a lot of big feelings right now, and to try to make himself feel better, he's gonna carry around a toy and, you know, make himself feel okay.
What's it displacing?
Displacement, so it's like he can't figure out what he's feeling or what to do about it, so he's just gonna grab a toy. Like that makes him feel better, you know. And he can then now he settles down and he's gonna rip it up probably now. But that's okay. That's okay. Do you want to show him how you know tricks? Cookie? No? What's this? Sit. You gotta drop that. Sit.
One's got to go.
One or the other. He got me good. He got me good. Because he had to pick up his toy right away, right? Another cookie? No, this one's the plate. I'll give it to you if you sit. See, he's a little bit rotten. So I think that in his last home, he was like maybe kind of spoiled, allowed to do whatever he wanted, that kind of thing. Like I don't think they trained him, you know, like how to behave like a dog. I think he was just free roaming, doing whatever he wanted all the time. Because that's how he acts, like, you know.
Was he neutered?
I believe he was fixed already. Let me double check.
You could probably ask him, he'd remember that.
Hey buddy, did you get fixed already? Yes, he did get fixed. I think he got fixed on the last Rascal unit actually. So he's been here for a little bit now.
But he was fixed here, not...
Correct, yeah.
Right, he didn't come in here.
Not fixed when he got here. So we did fix him, so now he's chippied, he's got his rabies, he's got all his vaccines, and he's ready to go. I want to play. Got this one.
Can you have that stuffed animal if he gets adopted? You know,
I think you'd take any of them.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, get it! See, this is what I was talking about. He's kind of a rough player. When he does want to play, it's like all bets are off, jump on ya, all that stuff.
Then he's ready for a nap.
Exactly. We had him out here for, I think it was only maybe 15, 20 minutes one time, and we were, you know, playing with him, see how rough he would get, all that stuff, and then we stopped to talk for a minute, and he just crashed. Took a nap.
All right, we are back with a brand new feature we're so excited about called Ask Bob. It's going to be a regular feature.
No. We're not.
We call it Ask Bob, and it's just a regular.
No, that's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. Oh.
Welcome to Ask Ashley. This week you're going to ask me because I took Alanis out. No, I didn't, my grandsons did.
Right.
So if you remember on our last episode, we had Alanis in here, and she was the dog that was from Canada. And the people were going to a Bruce Springsteen concert. They worked at a kennel in Ontario. So, whoa,
okay.
Let's bark at the tripod.
It's UPS man's here.
Oh, okay. Well, no, okay.
It's okay. Hey, bud. You can look out here.
So anyway, these people in Ontario, they worked at a kennel, and they needed to get a home for Alanis. So we ended up trading dogs for something we will get into next week or next time. But so the next day, what we were going to do is myself and I had two of my grandkids go out on a Saturday morning for a walk with the dog, which is unusual because they got gym and they got everything else. But the walk that we were going to have that day was postponed because you had to go on television.
Yes.
So we decided just to take a dog anyway and just take him out for a morning, and we went to the Camp Pete, which is by the Creek Road covered bridge in Conneaut. And I'll tell you what, rather than go into a whole lot of detail what went on, we're going to show you a short video right now.
If you don't know how to do it, I'll show you how to walk the dog.
Okay, so this was your first experience with taking an APL dog for a walk. We're at Camp Pete with Alanis here. So what was it like?
It was really fun. It was pretty easy, you know. Like sometimes she got off track, but when you pulled her, she'd just go back.
So she was pretty good on the leash?
Yeah. And she knew what to do. Really good.
We walked the trails, right? Where did we go?
Camp Pete, and we kind of got off track for a little bit, but then we got back.
So you think other people should take dogs for walks?
Absolutely. It's really fun.
Okay. So that was the video. You can see that Atlantis does very well. My grandkids don't have a whole lot of experience with dogs. They've never had one, allergies in the family and all. But they got along really well. Atlantis that is.
It's okay, bud.
Was really laid back, no problems. Walked where they went. They walked through water and mud and everything else. So it was a positive experience for them. It's something we'll probably do again. But you also, the next Saturday, you had one, which was a group walk, which I was sort of expecting initially.
Yeah.
And that's where just a group of people meets here on a Saturday morning.
Right. Yeah. So our group walk went well. It was a smaller group than we anticipated because of, number one, changing the date, and number two, the weather was really icky all morning, but then it did clear out during our walk, so it was definitely worth it. We ended up getting 4 dogs out, and they got to interact with each other and sniff a bunch of stuff, pee on a bunch of stuff, do whatever dogs do when they're out on walks, you know, and they really enjoyed it. So for this week's Ask Ashley, I wanted to talk about the benefits of getting dogs away from the shelter, even if it's only for a short-term amount of time.
Right.
So one of the things, I'm sure you've heard before when you tell people that you volunteer, something I hear almost daily is, you know, oh, I could never do that, it would make me too sad. Oh, what if I take them away and then I bring them back? Aren't they going to be sad? Aren't they going to be worse off than before? You said you had, actually, after you left, I had trouble getting Alanis back in her kennel. She didn't want to go back. She had too much fun while she was away. She didn't want to go back. I know. So I actually did a little bit of research. I have research to back this up, people. So we're going to talk about the benefits of getting dogs out for short-term fostering. A lot of research was done over sleepovers, so just one night overnight in your house. What difference does that make for a shelter dog? So the research shows that short-term fostering, like a sleepover or a dog daycation, you can call it, so where they get a whole day away from the shelter, out on a walk, going to McDonald's, that kind of stuff, does reduce a dog's cortisol levels, which is their stress level, significantly. Upon returning to the shelter, those cortisol levels increase back to baseline, but do not go beyond it. So they probably only go back up to what they were before. Additionally, most of them sleep like a baby for the whole day after they get a time away from the shelter. A lot of people also report that if they take them home and do a sleepover, that they sleep majority of the sleepover too, because just being at the shelter, even for dogs that love other dogs, it is a very high stress situation. So getting dogs out, it's like a weekend away from work, right? You work all week, you're excited for that weekend, you get to just relax, not think about it. Not me, I think about my work all the time, but most people get that break away. So top benefits overall are stress relief, like I talked about in that quote. They get one-on-one attention, which obviously as employees here, we try to give everybody one-on-one attention, but our priority is making sure everybody is clean, everybody is fed, everybody is good to go. Medical attention, things like that. So one-on-one attention, the playtime, the treats, if you're doing any training, practicing commands, super great for them. Also, we get to learn more about them, which leads to better adoptions, better matches, a lower return rate on these dogs because we learn things that they do and don't like, or maybe they don't like cats and you learned that because you brought them home and you had a cat and you're like, no kitties for this dog, and we're like, great, thank you, because now we're not going to send them home with a cat. So there are just so many good things about it, and no, the dog will not be worse off when you do end up bringing them back. I'm sure, so you just told me the story about how she, apparently, Alanis barked at a tree trunk or something that she didn't recognize.
My grandkid thought that was hilarious, and Ben, they're twins, he kind of leans down and asks if Alanis had forgotten her, Alzheimer's medication, yes.
So maybe, to us, we can interpret that as maybe she didn't get out for a lot of walks. Maybe she didn't get out on a lot of hikes. Did she do a lot of sniffing while she was out? Sniffing. So yeah, she's got this is also a new area.
But, you know, she didn't tug it or anything. She just, it's like, I'm supposed to be here, I'm cool, I'm taking it in stride. Yeah. So yeah, that's...
So now we know, again, we kind of knew this before, but now we know for sure Alanis is good with kids. Alanis walks well on a leash. She enjoys time outside. So now Alanis is actually in one of our foster homes, which is great for her. She's doing much better there than she was at the shelter. But now we know so much more about her.
One thing also with a dog is we're talking about the benefits to the dog, but I on a regular basis go out for hikes. I've got 14 acres behind my house. And we go out, we walk down the steep embankment to Conneaut Creek, and sometimes we go to like Camp Pete where we went with Alanis, or one of the other, there's like a half a dozen metro parks around the area. And so this is kind of a change it up, make it a little different than just all of us climbing down the same slopes and climbing back up and stuff. Is you have another element there, and the dog would do funny things and we would talk to her and everything. So it's not just, you know, if you've got grandkids you like to do things with, you know, obviously you can't take them to the movies, but because the popcorn for a dog would be just so expensive. But, you know, you're going to go out for a hike or a walk or something like that, or, I don't know, something and hang out in the backyard, then, you know, you might think about taking a dog.
Yep. So if you have any questions about that, you can call the shelter or email Paige, our volunteer coordinator. She also does our fostering too. So say you take a dog home for a day and then you're like, I want to foster this one longer or shorter or anything. Talk to her about that. It's definitely a program that I would like to see a lot more participation in. We have a really good amount of dog walking volunteers right now, and we also have a good amount of fosters for like kittens, puppies, things like that. But I would like to see, that's where I'd like to work on this year, is short-term fostering, either days out or sleepovers. We do have, I think, one foster that comes right now and does, she calls it a doggy daycation, takes him out for a whole day. Now we've got Bob started on it, so if you are interested, let us know, because it's super beneficial to them and to us and to them in their forever homes.
Alanis was, you were talking about getting tired. She, after we were done, her eyes would start to get a little heavy. But there wasn't enough room between the dashboard and the seat for her to lay down and go to sleep. So we did take her to McDonald's. It was probably my first time in McDonald's this century. And got her a hamburger, and that took about 1.2 seconds out of the day.
I'm sure. All right.
All right.
is Little Miss Sphinx. I believe right now she's trying to run away. But she might be our longest resident here. She's definitely been here quite a while. So when she first got here, her eyes were real goopy sticking together, and she had an upper respiratory infection, which is not super common for our cats, but it's like a cold. So she was on meds for a while, and she just couldn't kick it. We tried her on a bunch of different meds, took her to the vet, got her something stronger, and she just really couldn't fight it. She was always just a little bit snotty. Eventually we just took her off the meds and let her keep trying to fight it on her own, gave her lots of good food, and she's feeling a lot better now. She may always be, like, I can hear just a little bit of snot in her nose, but it's nothing too bad. She eats good. She's a happy girl now. Very playful, wants to run around. Pretty content being held, but she's still real young, so she wants to play. And the reason I wanted you all to meet her is because she is FIV positive. So we do have a sign on her kennel to indicate that. We currently have 2 kitties that are FIV positive. I'll be introducing the other one next. And I just wanted to kind of spotlight them, talk about what that is, what that means for them, what their life looks like. Hi.
So it's feline
Immunodeficiency virus.
rolls off the
Okay.
tongue.
Yeah, right?
So that just means that he's got like respiratory stuff, or what is it?
So it is a virus that it just makes their immune system weaker. So when they contract something like a URI, upper respiratory infection, it just is a little bit harder to fight, which is exactly what we saw with her, which is why we tested her in the first place. But overall, otherwise, they can live long, happy lives. They can only infect another cat. They cannot infect any other species, humans, dogs, cats, anything else. But they can infect other cats, sorry. Hi. But only through a very deep bite wound. So they can share water bowls, they can share food, anything like that, as long as there's no fighting. So typically, people, if they already have an FIV positive cat, are much more open to adopting an FIV cat. But even if your cat is healthy, you can adopt an FIV positive cat and very likely will have no issues between the two. Like Sphinx here, she's very sweet. She came from a multi-cat home, so we have no concern sending her home with another cat. It'd be just up to you whether you want to do that. They do tend to sit in shelters a little bit longer, mostly because people don't understand that FIV, it's not detrimental. They normally live just as long lives as other cats.
So if you feel good adopting a cat and giving a cat a home, and you want to feel even better,
Right,
just like being
exactly.
a cat to get.
Like I said, right now she is our longest resident, I'm pretty sure, just because she was sick for a little while when she first got here, but she's 100% ready to go, super sweet. Yeah, like I said, very, very low risk of infection. All right, so this is Pepe. He is our other FIV positive kitty here. He was actually brought into us by a Good Samaritan. He had a couple of injuries on his back up here, so if you come in and meet him in person, you may notice that he's missing some fur. It's all growing back now. He had some open wounds for a little bit that we treated and had him on some meds so that he didn't get an infection, but now
So that's probably from fighting another cat out in the wild? Or?
it looked more like a bigger animal, like maybe something got a hold of him.
Oh.
But yeah, we weren't sure, but he's all healed up now. Just like I said, just still missing a little bit of fur, but otherwise happy, healthy, very, very sweet boy. Fixed, up to date on everything else, and
How long has he
ready
been
to
here?
go.
Then?
He's been here a little while too, so same as Sphinx, because he needed to recover from his little injury. So that's what I'm saying. Our 2 FIV positive are our 2 longest residents right now. Not by any fault of their own.
The number of cats in the cat room like changes from every time we record one of these. So what is it like right now?
Not too bad. We're sitting steady at about 10 on average cats. But I know we are finishing up with 2 hoarding cases right now, so I think we've got some more incoming. Plus between our, we do have Rascal unit this weekend, which is a large-scale spay-neuter. So we'll have a ton of them fixed and ready to go by next week. So hopefully next week we'll have a few more kitties in here if you're interested in coming to check any out.
And this is being recorded on Friday the 31st.
Correct.
So that gives you references to...
Yep. So just
So
a
for
few-
most of you that are watching this, next week is probably when you're watching
right.
this.
So by now, there's plenty more kitties in the living room, huh? And he's a purr machine. He keeps his kennel so clean, like he won't really move his blankets around. He'll use his litter box. He eats his food good. He eats pretty fast, so I recommend not giving him a full serving at one time. He gets about half a serving at a time, or else he'll puke it back up. He's a bad boy. But no, he's a big sweet. He's purring his butt off right now.
We'll be on Trazodone.
Yeah, you're a cutie. Yes, you are. You're a cutie. Oh, my goodness. Oh, listen, stop. Quit now.
I'm a walking a dog and I'm never blue. I'm a walking the dog. I ain't thinking about you. Don't need no one to tie me down. I'm a walking the dog and a painting the town. Such an easy life I never